Assalamualaikum, good evening. Welcome to Chat with Khuwaish, your wish sponsored by Noor, the Destiny of Home. Today's episode is going to be a very interesting episode because it's all about a new profession which is into the market, and I think few people are aware of it. Hashtag VOA, that is voice over artist. This is kind of profession where people skill or polish themselves with their voice and engage into so many marketing campaigns. People all around the world must encourage this kind of profession because this is a way where you can engage into lots of activities. During the COVID-19, people has lost so many issues. They had faced so many challenges. But this one of the innovative profession has really brought lots of changes in people's life. Today we have a personality who is from South Africa and she has been tremendous in her job profile. She is one of the voice-over artists in South Africa and let's see how does she connects to us and share her journey. And it's none other than Anisa Khan from South Africa who is one of the voice-over artists and inspiring the people with her motivation and her skills. Let's welcome to our platform only on Chat with Khuwaish Yawish, sponsored by Noor, that is Senior Home. Thank you so much, Anisa, to accept our invitation. Welcome to Chat with Khuwaish Yawish, sponsored by Noor, that is Senior Home. How are you doing today?
I am doing very well, thank you. And thank you for having me on this talk show. I am honored to be part of this wonderful gesture that you all have given me and the opportunity as well. So thank you very much.
Even it is our honor because the first time we have a personality who is doing VOA and we will continue what VOA all about. So yes, so this is a platform where we are interacting with all the amazing personalities and you're one of them. Our show will be only on air on YouTube channel every Friday 5:30 to 6:30. So shall we start our segment number one? Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
So our segment number one is all about connecting yourself. In this, I would like to know the first thing is how your career, because normally female tend to be a housewife or after marriage, they prefer to have some kind of 9 to 5 job. But you have chosen something different called VOA. So could you please let us know much more about it and how your journey from here and how is the thing with your family all around?
Okay, so let me introduce myself and let you know where I'm from and give you some background. So I am Anisa Khan. I'm all the way from KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. And my personality is that of an extrovert. I love to talk. I love speaking to people, motivating people, giving them advice, etc. And I'm also quite loud. So those personality traits actually help me in my passion towards doing voiceover work in my current occupation. So, of course, in my school days, I decided what I wanted to study, and I went towards a qualification in information technology, which we refer to as IT. And that IT qualification led me to many fields in the business industry, starting off with an occupation at the government industry. So I was for about 5 years in the government sector, and then I moved into the automotive industry where I've been for the past 15 years. So what has happened in my time at the automotive industry is that I've been in various roles. So coupled together with my IT qualification, I've got vast experience of HR training and development. So how the VOA has come in a lot of my work, which I do in terms of training and development, I do a lot of voiceover because remember, we have been faced with this global pandemic. So it is difficult now to do face-to-face interaction when it comes to classroom training. There's no opportunity to do one-on-ones with my audience anymore. So I had to think of an innovative way. How can I still connect with my audience, deliver training material, and still have them feel comfortable comfortable that it's me still teaching them. So hence I decided, okay, let me still prepare my training material, but let me do voiceover over all of the content. So that's how I ended up doing voiceover work within the past few years. And this also stems from me doing a lot of business presentations, hosting programs, doing some MC work as well. In terms of my family know that I love talking. Generally, when I'm at home and if I'm quiet, they think something's wrong. But no, it's just that I'm giving my vocal cords a rest. So if I'm not loud and I'm not chatting away, they think something's wrong. So yes, I'm quite the talkative one. I get all of these skills from my dad. My dad is a very dynamic speaker and he does a lot of public speaking. He does a lot of presentation work in publications, etc. So I pick up a lot of the skill from my dad. My dad is also very talkative like me.
Wow, amazing to know. Even it's the first time ever I came across with VOA, that is voice over artist, because yeah, during the COVID-19, it has really impacted the entire global. And this is one of the ways you have connected innovatively, which is the best thing I could say. So Anisa, with that note, I would like to know what is the best thing you are thinking about VOA, voiceover artist of your job is all about? What is the best thing you feel?
The best thing is it gives me the opportunity to, how shall I say, to use my exceptional enunciation skills. It gives me the opportunity to connect with an audience at ease. It also helps me, you know, to still teach and educate people, to motivate people, share knowledge, empower them, because at the end of the day, knowledge is empowerment. So this type of voiceover work, you know, actually fulfills a lot of interests and what I'm trying to do in terms of still teach, train, and educate people.
Perfect, well said. And yeah, this is a way where we made this platform, you know, to connect people, because during COVID, it was very hard people to meet. There are so many families, yet they are still stuck in their own country and they cannot meet with their loved one. So yeah, you did a great job, and especially a female candidate is started such a job, which is amazing because this shows how innovative people are. And yeah, we are very blessed to have you over on our platform. With that note, what is the most thing you have got inspired about your job that yeah, you thought this was the correct decision to take? Because you know, as you said, you were one-on-one interactive before. Changing to voiceover artist, it was a risk because you won't get much in the beginning. So how you got that inspiration? Like, yeah, I need to connect with this, and this is the best one. How?
Is something that happened at work that truly inspired me and motivated me to continue to pursue it. So what happened was there was some system I was working on, and I was just doing it from a research point of view. And I was told by that afternoon that my team wanted to have a look, but it was actually like a last minute request, because they said to me, you need to jot this down or give them some idea of what you've researched before the system goes through a refresh. Now, system refresh means that that particular instance of the system will be wiped out. So it means that whatever I was researching would disappear. So my supervisor said to me, why don't you maybe use some software, grab the screen content, and just go through the process, and tomorrow you can explain to the team. So I only had about 45 minutes before this refresh was meant to happen. And so unplanned, on the spot, I did the necessary, grabbed the screen, ran through the process. But what I thought of doing was, let me do a voiceover as I'm going through each process in the system. And so I did it, I saved the recording, and that was that. The very next day, my team said, okay, let's have a meeting and let's have a look at this. And 20 minutes went by, they were having a look, nobody said anything. And at the end of the recording, it was so amazing the amount of positive feedback and motivation I got from my team members and my supervisor. And this truly inspired me to carry on with this type of work. So I carried on with it and I moved it along to not just explaining how a system works, but also being involved in advertising, a rollout campaign, and things like that. And then I had my team members come to me and say, we have a script. We need to explain to the employees what needs to be done in this part of the system. Here's the script. Can you rather run with the voiceover? So that's how I started doing voiceovers. And now at work, I get quite a few requests to do voiceovers for adverts, etc. So it's my
Wow.
team that really motivated me. And now it's gone to another level. I use special type of software. I do intros, and then I actually run with the demonstration of the system.
Really, it's an amazing, this is like a real life example, people should learn from it that, a sudden click can change entire lives, which happened with you, and amazing, very great to know. Okay, in people mostly they say that the parents say you should after marriage the daughter should get a house, they should not go for further education, or they should be a housewife, or they should be doctor, like 9 to 5 job. So what made you select such a profession which is towards all marketing, where your voice will be connecting to the youth? So how this sudden habit change in your life?
So my parents always motivated us to be independent. They always taught us, be independent, always be able to stand up on your own 2 feet. And sometimes in our environment, our parents are a bit strict. They want the females to be at home. But my father, who is actually a Molana, he actually still encouraged me and said, no, you need to be independent. You have to stand up on your own 2 feet, because in today's day and age, you never know what is out there. And I'd rather you be independent, do something for yourself, something that you are happy with. And if you take on a challenge, see it through the end, and don't give up, continue to persevere. So I must say that together with my two siblings, we all very independent. Our parents have really encouraged us and allowed us the opportunity to go out, study, and pursue careers.
Amazing. I really appreciate, and this is what today's generation must know, that everyone has to be independent, because we never know what happens within a minute of seconds. Things changes, life changes, but after the COVID, it is more changing. So, Anisa, being a housewife, being a married woman, being a working employee, and it's not easy to manage. So, how do you manage your work life, your house life? How do you do that?
Yeah, so it sometimes gets difficult because you have work responsibilities and then there's home life and kids and school and all of that. So at this point in time, I have managed to find some balance. So how I found the balance was by having very early mornings. So at the moment, I'm full-time work from home due to the pandemic. But prior to that, when I used to go to the office on a daily basis, I used to start my day very early, like 6 a.m. in the morning, so that I can finish the day off by 3 p.m. And by doing that, it allows me to have the afternoon to then come home and take care of the family, prepare the meals, and take care of the kids in school and all of that, look at the homework, etc. So it is a full day. It does get a bit tiring, but you just have to try and find that balance. Seen for so many years that I'm so used to it now. And also what has helped me is from my school days to my campus days, I always worked after I completed my qualification at campus. So I've never been one who's used to just, being at home. I've always been on the move. So I just carried on with it. And yes, there are some difficult days, but we work around it.
Wow, amazing to know. Nowadays, as you are in the technology field, the world has changed because of social media. Social media has brought a huge margin difference comparing to the previous generation. So how do you think like about your profile and the profession? How much social media has helped you?
This has really helped me in that if we look at technology and how it's evolved, I mean, it's so easy now to connect to people. It's so easy to reach out. There's all these different platforms that allow us to do that. And if I look at this VOA job, like I said, it's not even something that I studied. It's just something that I have, a skill that's there and that I want to put it out to more use. But I normally would research it, go on the internet, look at articles, try and identify who do VOAs connect with? How do they move on to the next level? And if you look at technology, technology is something that's fun. It's energizing. It's socially rewarding, and it also allows you to be creative. Get those creative juices working. So one of the things I am interested in getting exposure to, which I'm not sure how to go about it, but I'll have to do a bit more research and perhaps connect with some other VOAs who can advise me further, is children's storybooks. Let's look at today with technology evolving. Children's books are being converted to audio. So I would actually like the opportunity to be able to convert a storybook into an audio. And, with voice acting, it's also about acting out what is happening, creating the picture, using your imagination. So, for example, if we look at a story about a bear, now how does this sound if I'm doing a line about a bear? So, here's the bear, and the bear went grr. But if I imagine it, then I would sound like this, and the bear went grr. So you gotta act it out to get the maximum output as well.
Yeah, well said, Anisa, because nowadays the time of the books are depleting. Uh, Kids are mostly focusing on the technology. They are mostly in the
Definitely.
YouTube and all of that. Instead, long back, how the generation was, they used to read the books. They should understand the context, but now the kids are morely on YouTube. But if voiceover artists are bringing this a change where they can convert the stories, definitely it will help the parents because the kids will know many things, especially
Mhm.
stories, religions, everything. To you in a profession like voiceover artist, there will be so many challenges. It's not that it was very easy to cope up. So what are some of the challenges you faced, and today you feel that challenges made you more stronger?
So the challenge I currently face with voiceover work is one of exposure and recognition. Right now, I'm only, able to do this in my current occupation, but I'm finding it a bit of a challenge to find avenues uh, outside of the corporate environment. I want to move on to the next level and take this onto the social platform. Hence, I say this was an amazing opportunity for me because I'm hoping that this interview will help me get some recognition and also help to motivate people who want to do this kind of thing out there. So my challenge is recognition. How to move on? Who do I approach? Who is trustworthy? How do I approach an organization and say, I would like to convert a storybook for you, or I would like to do an advert for you? Sometimes, if you approach a company, they're not too accommodating, hence, I must say again, I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
No, it's that's true. Challenges comes and recognition. Yeah, it do take time, but the way you are inspiring the youth, especially the youngsters and the current generation, We are just a way where we can connect, but your experience can bring lots of changes. From me
Mm.
also, as a personal point of view, I can feel lots of changes and I'm learning. So yeah, I'm very happy to have you, as always I say. So with that note, it's every time all the professions in the beginning, you do me mistakes, and then you realize that yeah, from these mistakes you have come across and you learn. So what are the mistakes you have done in the beginning and you still remember, yeah, particular things I have done and you laugh on that. So what are the
Mm.
mistakes you have done in profession job in the beginning?
Yes, so in the early days of a career, when we are young at heart and we just joined a company, so sometimes when you are having a bad day at work or something happens at work, you tend to take it personally and then you handle it with a lot of emotion. But then you realize at the end of the day, hold on, work is work. So in the early days, I used to get very emotional about it. But as I grew along and got stronger, I realized no, I need to separate work from me. So I started to do that, and I'm a much stronger person now. I don't allow my emotions to get in the way. And even in terms of this VOA type of work, sometimes I end up doing lots of shoots, retakes, because maybe it didn't start off the way it was intended to. So sometimes one would say, I think maybe you need to reshoot this one. So I don't take it personally. I take it with a view to improve the next reshoot. And I
Wow.
do that. I do it better the next time. So I would say handle things like that in a very positive way and don't let your emotion take control of the situation. Keep them separate.
Amazing. Really, it is a very simple thing, but too much of informative because nowadays people mix both of them and they get into encounter of stress, anxiety issue, depression, so many things. I think this is the best way where we can separate our work life and personal life, which
Mhm.
should never get mixed up. With all your journey, who is been your idea, like who is been your inspiration that has given you so much of positivity, so much of strength?
So my inspiration is my dad. My dad is my hero. He's my true inspiration. He is somebody who motivates me and encourages me all the time. A lot of things who I am today, I've picked up and learned from my dad. My dad has always been there for me. He's still here for me. I tell you a funny story. For Eid, your parents would always give you your Eidi, right? And little children also look forward to receiving their Eidi. I am a grown woman now. I have a family. I have a child. But can you believe to this day, my dad will still give me my Eidi? And I'll say, no, Dad, why? And he's like, no, you are my child. And I'm like, Dad, but you don't have to. But he would still do it. So I must say, my dad is somebody who truly motivates me. And he's the one who's kept me going. I've learned from his experiences. And now, when my cousins as well chat to me, they say to me, we can just see your father in you. You just like your dad. And I'm like, yes, I inherited all those good traits from my dad. So he's been a
Subhanallah.
great influencer in my life, definitely.
Subhanallah, that is a great thing. People forget that the basic, the main teacher, the main power of our life is our parents. They are the one ideally the role model you see. Without them, the life is very incomplete. And we pray that same like you daughters, many of the millions of daughters should always learn from their parents. With that note, Anisa, what is your advice to our youngsters because you want to provide based on this profession, like what they need to do if they want to join this industry?
So I would like to advise all the youngsters out there to never give up, as the sky is the limit. And if you ever have an opportunity, go for it. Take it and give it all you've got. Also, if you are having a hard time when you've just joined a company, don't give up. Take it as a challenge, embrace the challenge. And in terms of voiceover work, this is something that comes from within. It's a talent that you will identify with yourself. And I would say to start off with voluntary work if you can. And don't feel that, I don't want to do voluntary work. I want to go straight out there and start earning money. Because sometimes we got to take one step back to take a few steps forward. So take the one step back, do some voluntary work. This will open up many, many doors for you. And then you will be able to take those few steps forward. This voiceover artist work is this new terminology they're now using. So if you research it as well, you will find that there are a lot of opportunities for voiceover artists internationally, worldwide. So it's just a matter of being patient and constantly striving to persevere, to reach out to the correct people, and to try all avenues, and don't give up hope. Start off small and you never know where that may take you.
SubhanAllah, inshallah, I hope people will learn from this and they should never give up. Because at this generation, nothing is free. You have to really work hard. You have to put all your effort because it's COVID-19, global is affecting, and because of COVID-19, people are into lots of issues. And we hope it gets better soon. Last but not the least, I don't want to end this segment number one because I'm getting lots of information from you, but we have to move to our segment number two, which is one of my favorite segment. So I would like to know, as Anisa, what's your strength and what's your weakness?
Okay, so this is a bit of a funny one. So there's something that I have that is both a strength and a weakness, and that is procrastination. I cannot procrastinate. I just cannot. So if there's something that needs to be done, I would do it immediately, even if it means multitasking. So I would make sure that I get everything done. So the strength here for procrastination is that I would go out of my way, multitask if I have to, and make sure that I've done what I've needed to do. The weakness of this particular aspect is that you tend to then spend a little more time, a few more hours sometimes, because you want to try and complete all of this because you do not want to procrastinate. And then sometimes this can work to your disadvantage because then maybe people requiring information or work from you will expect it. So you create the expectation that you're always going to give it to them on the double. So it's something that I have that's both a strength and a weakness, but it's just me. I just cannot procrastinate.
No, it happens. My advice on this segment would be do whatever you like because it's at the end, it's your choice. People can say lots of things, but as long as you are strong enough to fight things, it's on the, say cherry on the top. Same like that. With that note, we're ending our segment number one, Anisa. It's been very, very amazing, informative segment where I have and I hope the viewers will learn so much, especially with the hashtag of Voiceoverartist. We are taking a short break and we'll be back after a short break with our segment number two, that is connecting people, which is one of the highlight segment of our show. In this segment, let's see how Miss Anisa connects to the youth. And stay tuned with us. We'll be back shortly only on Chat with Khuwaish, your wish, sponsored by No, that is. After a short break, we are in conversation with Anisa from South Africa, and she is one of the youngest, I could say the first more I have met across voiceover artists. Let's see how she plays and how she connects our segment number two, that is connecting people. So are you excited, Anisa, for the segment two?
Yes, I am. I'm very excited.
So in our segment number two, it's all about how do you connect yourself to the people. So when you come across connectivity, how connected you are with your circle or with your family?
So with my colleagues and my family, we connect lots of times on a social basis. This is pre-COVID now. So we connect a lot on a social basis. We have some gatherings, we go out, we do some lunch dates or dinner dates. So we connect in that way. We also do try and keep in touch over social platforms. And now of recent, because of the pandemic, that's all that we left with, to connect via social networking, via the phone. It's become a bit difficult. It is a bit sad that we can't do face-to-face interaction as much as we would like, but we have to make do with the situation and use other technologies that are available to us. And we are grateful that we have this type of technology. I mean, think about it. Imagine if we could not connect in any other way than seeing a person face to face. So I think technology has really evolved to the extent that in spite of the pandemic, it is actually helping us.
This social media only is a way now we could connect them. The foremost is our prayers and duas, and the lastly, but the social media. With that note, Anisa, it's not that people only say positivity about you. Sometimes they do troll you, sometimes they do negative vibes or negative judgment or negative comments. So how do you handle such negativity in your life throughout?
Yes, sometimes you do get some negativity, you get some negative comments, but you can't take it too personally, although it is personal because it's directed at you. But you have to try and look at it with a broader overview, and maybe try and step away and look at it from another person's point of view. Why are they saying this? What exactly do they mean? Are they maybe saying this so that I can maybe take their comment and try and improve? But I don't necessarily pick up any, how to say, argument with them, because I think it's safer to just note what they've said, look at it from a broader perspective and walk away.
Really, that's great. That's great thing to do. Better instead of affecting your health, better to say block them somehow. No need to get into that. That's a great smart move. When it comes for as you said, your dad was and is your role model. So what are the things still you learn from your mom and dad which you are carrying out throughout your life and still you apply in your life?
So my mom and dad always taught us to be very considerate of other people as well. When we were growing up, don't say anything nasty to anybody. Always try and be accommodating, look at things from their point of view. If you don't have something good to say, then don't say anything. Rather keep quiet than say something and make another person feel awkward. Also, people, and this is something that I do, which I've learned from them. You help somebody, you help them, and don't expect anything in return. You help them out of the goodness of your heart. And a lot of the times people come back to me and they say, Anisa, how did you arrange this so quickly? Because I also have a skill in coordinating things very quickly at the office. And sometimes I don't know somebody from above, but I'll pick up the phone and I'll introduce myself and I'll say, this is who I am, this is where I'm from, and can you help us out with this? And surprisingly, maybe it's the approach, or maybe it's the fact that, I'm always trying to help people and not expecting anything in return, that naturally when I reach out, somebody reciprocates and helps me. So I always try and remember that in my daily work and my daily interaction with people. So that is something they also taught us and instilled in us. Help others with no expectation. And also in terms of trust, go with your instinct and never give up. just follow through.
Amazing. This is a best thing. Nowadays it is getting faded. People forget that. People say, oh, we did something in return they expect. But they forget that
Mhm.
when you do something from your open heart, Allah Almighty is watching. And the barakah, the rahmah, the one which He has decided, definitely you will get by hook or crook. Just do your deeds and tawakkal Allah, and that's what all the success is all about. When it comes to your life, you are missing lots of people, and as you mentioned, that you can only connect them through social media. So, if one of your close one is watching this episode, who would be that person, and what do you want to say to that person?
Okay, so I have one school friend. This is unbelievable, but this is a reality. So, when we're in school, your goodbyes and you start your campus life and life happens, you tend to forget all your school friends. But I have one school friend who I've known for like 30 years already. And I have not seen her in 10 years because she lives in another province. So I haven't seen her face to face in about 10 years. However, we do connect over messaging or sometimes a phone call, but it's never like too often because everybody is busy with life. So if I had to see her, I will be truly amazed that I can finally see her and not just talk to her on the phone. And I would say to her that, Jessica, I've truly enjoyed our childhood days. Thank you for being my one and only true school friend. That's how you identify who's true as well. Somebody who will stick by you for so many years and still contact you and keep in touch. And I would say thank you for being such an amazing friend. And I hope that you and your family are well. And I hope that we don't have to wait another 10 years before we see each other in person. So we're due to have a
Inshallah.
catch-up call this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that catch-up call with her.
Inshallah. I hope that you meet her soon and you enjoy your old memories. With that note, Anisa, we have prepared something special for you. There's a token of appreciation from our side. I will request you to just play and listen to that. There are so many people they want to connect to you.
My name is Jessica and I'm living in Midrand, Johannesburg. Anisa Khan is an incredibly dear friend to me. I've known her since childhood, since we were 9 years old or so. We went to school together, and the beautiful thing is we've managed to maintain our friendship over the years and the distance. Through all of her accomplishments, Anisa has always been a very down-to-earth and humble person. This is a quality that has stood in her favor and makes her that much more well-loved and appreciated by her friends and family. Anisa, I wish you every success in all of your endeavors. Continue to shine and be the absolute gem that you are.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasreen Khan and I'm from South Africa. I am Anisa's sister, younger to her. From little kids, Anisa and I have always been close, hardly ever fought, and even shared a room whilst growing up. When we used to sleep, she would turn and fling her long hair in my face, but really, I didn't mind it at all. I remember how we both ended up working for the same company. We used to travel together and our chit chat never ended. We used to have lunch together, laugh a lot together, and well, just had fun overall. Anisa is my best friend whom I can share my problems and achievements with. She gives me good advice and she scolds me sometimes too. The name Anisa means pleasant companion, and that she is indeed. She is outspoken and has achieved a lot thus far in her work, personal, and family life. It is all through her hard work and dedication. I wish for her to reach her dreams and aspirations and I know she will, as she is strong-willed and determined. I pray for her to always be in good health and to remain as cheerful as she is.
Hi, my name is Vinayashri and I am from South Africa. I work with Anisa. We share a lot of memories. To mention one is when she brought me lovely biryani for lunch, but I ate it for breakfast. With Anisa, every day you can expect a surprise, be it laughter or goodies. She's a very special friend. I wish that she is always happy and content.
Hi, my name is Ridwan Said. I'm from the sunny city of Durban, South Africa. Anisa is my first cousin, and we've known each other all our lives. My fondest memories of us was when we used to meet at our granny's home. We were much younger then. All the cousins used to play, as kids do, and put on concerts for our family. Time certainly passed so quickly then, and the day was over before we even knew it. We couldn't wait for the next family meeting so we could do it all over again. My wish for Anisa is all the success in whatever she pursues. She's a hard worker and always been driven in her career and her family life. I wish to tell her, as they say, build your life on your dreams because dreams never have bad endings.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sumaya Sayed and I live in Durban, South Africa. Anisa is my cousin, first cousin on my mother's side. I am so proud today to hear of her success. I am so proud to be a cousin to her. I am so proud of knowing such a successful woman, someone who has worked hard to achieve everything that she has. She's intelligent, confident, happy, generous. There are no words to explain the kind of person that she is. I have a lot of beautiful memories with Anisa, but the thing I remember about Anisa the most through our years is that whenever you're together, you are laughing with her and smiling with her and having a good time. She's a good cook, she's a good wife, she's a good cousin, she's a good friend. And I would like to say to her, I wish you all of the best for now, for the future. I wish you with the greatest of love that you go through this journey with peace, happiness, and joy, and from success to success. Please be proud, hold your head up high, and represent, sister.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm Suhail Khan from South Africa. I know Anisa for the past 15 years as I am married to her sister. Anisa and I have a good relationship. The two of us are the organizers in the family. If there is any arrangements to be made or a function to be organized, only Anisa and I can execute it. Anisa and I have a special saying, what's the latest, to catch up on anything and everything that's going on. Anisa, being adventurous and a people's person, is quite fond of family drives, whereby about 8 of us suddenly go for an outing unplanned, followed by my special stove tea at home, which we call Chai Mangal. Anisa wants to venture out to be a voice over artist, and I believe she has great potential. I wish her all the best in furthering her career and hope she always stays happy and healthy. Anisa, that's the latest.
Hi, I'm Veni Naidu from Durban. Anisa and I are work friends for over 17 years now. She is like a light bulb that brightens up a dark room, vibrant and bubbly, a chatterbox of note. I'd like to wish her every success in her future endeavors and may she succeed in what she is passionate about. Thank you.
That was so good. I'm so touched by all of that. It's actually making me a bit emotional because everything that everybody said is true and it's exactly how it happened or happens. Wow. Thank you so much for that.
So, Anisa, there were so many of your close ones, especially the one whom you was remembering, Jessica, which was the best surprise I could say because really it was amazing to hear. So, what do you want to say to everyone, those who have shared so much of love to you across?
I would like to say thank you to my family, my friends, my colleagues for all the heartfelt and heartwarming messages. I really appreciate it. And I'm so honored to have people like you in my life. Thank you for always supporting me in my endeavors. I know I'm the chatterbox, I'm the event coordinator, I'm the go-to person. I always want to know what's going on, what's the latest. So yes, I love you guys. Thank you very much for all the wonderful notes. It's really, really touching for me. And I love you lots. Thank you very, very much for all the encouragement, the support, the motivation. Thank you.
Well said, Anisa, and I was so happy to hear lots of vision. It was such a positivity. This is what the best thing all about our segment number two, which is the highlight connecting people, and I hope we made this more special. And connecting people segment two has brought lots of happiness to you, and this is what is all about our segment number two. Now we'll take a short break and we are moving to our segment number three, followed by segment number. Segment number three is all about rapid fire, where you need to answer all the questions in an instant. And if you answer all in instant, there's a surprise hamper from our side, which will be definitely waiting for you. Till then, we'll take a short break only on Chat with Khuwaish, which we're in conversation with Anisa from South Africa. She's getting emotional, and we don't want to take the moment from her. So we'll be back after a short. Welcome back after a short break. We are in conversation with Anisa from South Africa. Now let's see how she plays the rapid fire. Are you excited, Anisa, for this round?
I am. I'm very curious to this rapid fire session.
Okay, so some of the terms and conditions are you have to answer very fast. Whatever comes in your mind, just you need to say it. You don't need to think because this is an instant rapid fire. So let's start. Where do you see after 5 years? Where is Anisa after 5 years?
I see myself as a famous VOA person, connecting with more people, having more clients, and moving towards greater passion and dreams.
Wow. What do you think is one of the best quality about yourself?
I think the fact that I am talkative and friendly, as my name indicates, my name means friendly. So I am the true meaning of that word or name, Anisa.
Okay, so what is the one of the memory of the school time you miss so much and you want to live that moment?
So what I miss about school is spending time with my friend. She used to come over to my house. I used to go across to her house. But the funny thing for us was that whenever my friend came over to my house, she was afraid of my dad. She was very afraid of him. And I said to her, no, don't be scared. He's such an awesome person. But she was always just too afraid of him. So I miss those days when we used to be in my room and she would hear somebody enter the door and she would say, oh, it's your father. She always felt like he was going to scold us.
What are you so much grateful for?
I am grateful for everything that my parents have taught me. I am grateful for what I have become and what I have achieved in life thus far. For one of my birthday milestones, I said to myself, for this birthday, I will be buying myself my favorite sports car. I saved up towards it. I made sure I saved enough, and I did purchase my IS 350 F Sport Lexus for that birthday milestone.
Wow, amazing. What is one of the innocent mistake you have done during your childhood and it became a bit dramatic in your life?
So one of the things that was done by me very innocently was when I was a child, I opened my granny's cupboard and she had some detergent there. and mistakenly I opened the bottle and I dropped some detergent and it fell in the cupboard. But I quickly closed the bottle, closed the cupboard, and went away as though nothing happened. And then eventually, when it was realized that this had happened, and they were like, "What happened here? Who did this?" I at first kept quiet and pretended like nothing happened, but then eventually I plucked up the courage and said, "It was me." And they did not scold me, but they said to me, "In future, when you do something like that, you need to tell us." So I teach the same now to my child. If you do something, don't be afraid. You rather tell me and we can talk about it rather than not tell me and let me find out later.
Wow, that's great. That's the best thing. What is one of the advice which you want to give to us, especially us and our youngsters?
I would like to advise everybody to follow your dreams and reach for the stars. Don't ever let anybody bring you down and always shine. Shine like a diamond.
What is your advice on a healthy relationship for people or for a relation? What advice you gonna give them?
My advice is that for people in a relationship to try and be very open-minded and try to be honest with each other. And if you work together with your partner in your relationship, you will notice that your relationship will become more fruitful. Don't keep things inside, speak about it, because sometimes when you keep things inside, you're just going to build up, and then eventually you're going to vent and explode. Rather have a healthy relationship by talking about what is bothering you and also being very open about everything and try to do things together as a unit so that you are always supported in these type of decisions. Like this, for example, that I'm doing today. My husband and my child are very supportive. They actually helped me set everything up yesterday already, because being the person who cannot procrastinate, I wanted everything to be set up in advance.
Wow, that's good to know. What is the one thing which annoys you so much?
Something that annoys me, especially in the workplace, is when people have a responsibility or a task to do and they just don't bother doing it. They feel that somebody else would do it. For me, accountability is very important. If you have something to do, you need to do it. You cannot now sit down and wait for the next person to come and help you. We shouldn't be reminding people, hello, this is your job, you need to do it. So that really annoys me when people don't take accountability for what they are supposed to do. And also on the social side, when people do not take accountability for any actions that they may have taken that may have been incorrect and blame others. That is what really annoys me.
Well said. What is the one thing which you feel is the best disadvantage in you which you need to remove as soon as possible?
I think the disadvantage is sometimes I'm a bit conservative in that, for example, this VOA, I've seen on the internet that there are some companies that are offering some VOA work, but I'm a little hesitant because I don't know this company. I don't know them at all. I haven't made contact with them. The only means of contact is through internet or online communication. And I'm a bit afraid, what if this is not a true company or this is like some fake website? So sometimes I'm a little bit conservative. I'm also sometimes a bit conservative when it comes to making some decision on some investment opportunity. Instead of maybe taking the step and being a bit aggressive, I sometimes tend to be a bit conservative. So maybe that is something I need to improve on a bit.
Well said. What are you so much phobic about, afraid of?
I am afraid of failure. So as much as I persevere to always ensure that I do my best, I am afraid of being unable to meet a deadline, being unable to produce some work output. So I'm afraid of failure. I'm also afraid of things that are happening around in the world. We don't know how this can really affect us. So I am afraid of some worldly events that are taking place that have been a bit scary lately, and also afraid of failure.
So, have you ever got stuck in a lift?
A lift? I haven't, but the thought does cross my mind every time I enter a lift.
What is the one of the place which you want to travel?
Sorry?
A place where you want to travel.
Oh, I've been to many places, but unfortunately, my traveling has now come to a halt due to this global pandemic. But I would really like to travel to Dubai again, and also to the Maldives.
Wow. Last but not the least, if you got stuck in an island, whom you would prefer to stuck with you along with yourself in that island?
My husband. Because he is very, very supportive. He is always by my side, and he is always worried about my well-being and my safety. So I would want to be stuck on that island there with him.
Wow, amazing. You did a great job, and our timer is taking the time down, and we will announce soon the winner of the rapid fire. Now we are moving end of this segment, and we are moving to end of this episode. I don't end this, but what to do? The time is time. So last but not the least, the segment number 4 is the main concept of our show. What is your Khuwaish, your wish, which you want to get it fulfilled as soon as possible?
So my wish is that I would like to pursue this venture of mine. I wish that all the viewers of this show, when it is aired, listen to what I am doing, and that some of you are inspired by this, those of you who are heading in this direction. I also wish that somebody may look at this as an opportunity and approach me for some voiceover work that I can do for them. And I wish that all the youth out there will really listen to what I've said in terms of motivation and what is important in life. And I wish you, the show, Chat with Khuwaish, all the best. And I think that this is an amazing thing that you all have done and you all have put together. And I think that you all are very open-minded to letting people like myself on the show and for giving me the opportunity. So my wish for you and your team is for you to prosper. And I am eagerly awaiting for when the flights open to Dubai, because my wish is when I come to visit my brother in Dubai, I would really, really like an opportunity to meet with you and the team in person.
Amin, Ya Rab. This is the first time ever we got lots of Khuwaish. And I pray and I pray and I pray, inshallah, Amin, Ya Rab. All the Khuwaish of yours will get fulfilled as soon as possible. Before ending segment, anything you want to say to us and our viewers who will be watching this episode, Anisa?
Thank you very much for the opportunity once again. Viewers, I would like to say that don't hold back. If you have anything to share, if you have a story to tell, this is the platform you need to be in. You need to connect and you need to get in touch with this talk show, as this is an amazing opportunity for you to be heard, for your story to be told. So take advantage of this opportunity just like I have.
Wow, amazing. Round of applause. Thank you so much to watch today's episode. As I mentioned, this is a profession where you can earn a lot and you can also gain so many experiences. You can improvise yourself with this hashtag voiceoverartist. Remember, every professions are very important. Whenever there's innovative in a profession, definitely you will earn so many success. As we have seen the journey and inspiration and the motivation journey of Anisa Khan, where she has so many wishes, especially one of the wishes to meet us, and we are very excited once she's back over here, we will definitely meet her. Her email Khuwaish is people should encourage this profession, where people should get in touch with her and also to know more about voiceover artists. And I wish not only me, entire team wishes her all the best and success for her career and on this profession. Remember, every person has so much precious to tell, so much precious things to share. If you have a story to share, do connect to us through YouTube channel, Noor the Destiny of Hope, to our social media page, Instagram, Chat with Khuwaish, or else you can just email us. All the descriptions are shown below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe and follow us on Insta. And make sure your story is the voice of the youth of upcoming. Till then, we will be back next week, same time, same channel, same show with another new personality. Only on Chat with Khuwaish, your wish, sponsored by Noor the Destiny of Hope. It's me, Mohammed, signing out today now. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.